How's it going? Ed again here. We're teaching Corey how to make metal today, so that's pretty cool. I've been making metal for way too long, so we gotta dump it off on somebody else, hopefully. How'd she come out, Corey?
Perfect.
Perfect? That's what I want to hear. Alright, got a nice cross break up so we don't get any boinging going on when the fan comes on. With our drawing, we got a 21 by 21 plenum. I believe it's a cased coil sitting on top of that furnace that's 40 3/4 off of the floor. So our new furnace is 35. We're going to make a base to go underneath it, which is 3 inches. Plus a 1/4 inch of pad sticking out the bottom of the base. 2.5 inch plenum that goes from 17.5 to 21 wide. Take that off, that 35 and a...
What?
What?
90?
Yeah, 90. Yeah, you're good. Pull that out now. You see how that's over 90 on the other end? Pull that back a little bit so it straightens it out. Yeah. Got an old brake here that's been through a lot of trauma, so. Okay, now bend your 1 inches up on the ends with your hand seamer over there. And the same thing we did on our, so these don't hit heads. We're going to spread those out. Just your ends. That's all you can do with the hand seamer. And you're going to push that straight down on the table so it's a nice crisp bend. Yep, push you into that corner. Yep. Down and in.
What?
You can't get in that corner, just hit it with a hammer. So, just hold this. Yep. See that? Tighten that up a little bit. Alright, and then as far as these, all that, I forgot. We were supposed to bend that out. We'll just leave it in and see how it goes on the job. And then these, you just push down hard into the table. Down hard and into the table. Right here. Go ahead and notch those at a 45. We were supposed to bend that out, but now we decided to make a round boot to go under our air cleaner. The inside throat always helps your static if you have it round like that. Corey's never seen this, so we're teaching him a round fitting. I'm pretty lazy. I don't do too much round anymore. You can push that back up. You're almost there now. Just do it. Now you're going to notch the drive end. You're only going to notch 3/4. This end you're going to notch 1 inch at a little bit of an angle, and then 3/16. So your red dot's where you're going to there. Okay, we got this Lennox here, 88,000 BTUs. We're replacing it with my day and night 80,000. Customer called me last week, was concerned. They just had a tune-up and they said that the inducer motor was on its way out. And sure enough, I would have to agree with that. The only thing I noticed was this motor's loose on the housing. And she's awful hot. So I said, yeah, I agree with that. And no, it doesn't make sense. This furnace is, how old? 07, so 13 years old. Yeah, it's right at that time where it's going to start nickel and diming the customer to death. So yeah, we're putting in our furnace today, and we made a nice new, he's going with a 20 by 25 by 4 inch Honeywell F100 we're going to throw in there. And I made a nice new boot with a round throat. Your airflow travels a lot. The inside throat is really important on anything, whatever it is. So we made a nice, we had the room. Normally we don't have the room to put a nice round throat on a return boot, but we did on this job, so we did it. This PVC, I tend to get rid of it because it's hard to clean, especially when there's multiple ports. This one's only got 2, but still I'm going to get rid of it and do it in flex, which is a lot easier to clean typically. So that's what we're going to do. Or maybe I'll leave it because it's only 2 port. Possible. We'll see what happens. Alright, so we're just cutting this apart. This is our exhaust here coming down. So we'll just pop and offset this right back into our new furnace here. Always thinking ahead now. And this is our intake. We'll just throw a T right here. Put that light on here, will you? Yep. So we'll come down here, going from ABS to PVC, so we'll put a rubber coupling on both of these, and then drain on the bottom of the intake always now, seeing as how that takes water in for some reason in the summer. Got to figure out where all these wires go, so it's going to take us a little bit to figure that out. We got it. I'm sure one of them's an air exchanger, and then we got a humidifier. We had a 24 volt air filter. We're getting rid of that. Putting in a 4-inch pleated. This must be a UV light, and that's wired in. To the EAC terminal. So that's hot when the blower's on. And then neutral for that. Coil's got a little bit of dust on her, so something was getting in the filter or the furnace cabinet, or they ran it without a filter, or it was getting on the furnace side of the filter slot or something. So we're going to brush this out, sweep the floor, and slam this furnace in. I'm spinning the blower. Okay, Corey's got the flanges bent up, the base is screwed on. We're going to lay it down here and cut our air cleaner hole in the side. Hopefully the right side, right, Corey? Not the wrong side?
What?
What side? The left side we're going in?
We're going on the left side, yeah.
Left side. Saw this. I don't know if that's a joke or what, or if somebody, when they were framing the basement, just got lucky and that just sprung that nail going through the line set insulation there. almost ready to screw this air cleaner on. Cutting these out, you got to make sure you don't have any little pieces of insulation like that can just get loose and get stuck in the blower.
What do you mean?
Do your four corners.
Okay. So we're not doing all the holes?
No.
Okay.
It's ridiculous. That's what the last guy did to us. We had to take out 15 screws. We're going to seal it up as long as it's just this side. We're going to put a couple more in there because that goes down. The rest is pretty sturdy. All you really need is four corners. Unless you got a floppy side. This is sitting up on the screws. That can't do nothing about that.
Can I do one more screw?
Grab a knife and cut that piece of insulation off of there too. Then we'll drag it in the furnace room and throw the boot on it and the plenum and slide her in. Air cleaner screwed on outside. Now we're in the furnace room. We're stuck our massive boot on here. And just screw that to the air cleaner and flip it up and slide her in. Screwed on. We got we're half slid in here. We had a little issue. Forgot about that flange on the bottom of the air cleaner. So we had to put double pads. So it's a tight fit here. Canvas is smashed pretty tight up there, but I think we're gonna get it. Yeah, she's going in. Perfect. Gassing her up. He's got his nipple just outside. I guess we're gonna bring the intake into the top in the middle there. So we'll put our T right where that thing's hanging. Come off the T and elbow down into that. And then, yeah, this exhaust wasn't even glued here. It fell right apart on us, so we had to run and get some ABS, which I don't normally use. We'll have to stick that baby back on there, and then we'll offset over right down into that. Drop her in. So we're just checking this thing out. Static pressure, last thing to check, 0.43. Right there. Even with our MERV 11 Honeywell 20 by 25 over there. Exhaust worked out well. Combustion analysis, we're sitting right around 80. And hanging in there. That's about average for this guy, 75, 80. Good. Just checking the humidifier. stickers on here. Throw that door on, will you? Or temporize. We gotta see what that's doing. So that's about 130 up there. And we had 74, right, on the return. 74, so that's 26. 56 is a temporize right now if that doesn't go up anymore.
Was that at
So
130?
that's about, yep. That's about perfect if it stays there, and that's right in between our 40 to 70. Done deal.